This is Brandy, and I am coming to you guys live with a full moon energy. So, tonight we have a super moon, and in Native American tradition, it is called the worm moon. So, this was the time of the year, according to Native American tribes, when the ground started to soften again and earthworms returned to the surface. And for this moon, we have a really powerful energy coming in. Um, there might be some lunacy going on, so I'm gonna smudge my cards. I have some sage and lavender going here, so we're gonna clear the energy of the cards. So I'm gonna do this in front of you guys tonight, so that you guys can get some of this cleansing Reiki energy that I'm putting out here for you guys during this reading. And I'm going to shuffle the cards again so I can put my energy into them. This stuff smells so good. Welcome in, Misty. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, everyone. Welcome to Tribal Awakening. This is a very, very potent moon. Very potent. So we have super moon bringing in blessings, spiritual blessings. We are coming out of Mercury. So, from a high spiritual perspective, you guys may be getting the intuitive feeling that you guys are going through shifts and changes, consciousness, awareness, awakenings. Some of you guys might be having to rehash some energies from the past. Some of these energies may have been very ugly, but I'm here to tell you tonight that if you guys have had some of these past energies or emotions surfacing up, it is so that you guys can feel a sense of serendipity when it comes to these things. You guys might be feeling really restless right now because of some of these past issues that are coming up for you guys in a big way. This energy is about cleansing and clearing them out so that you guys can breathe. Serendipity occurs in the growing seasons, and it's known for nurturing properties and protective tendencies. So if you guys are feeling a little overprotective right now, and you guys are feeling a little nurturing right now when it comes to your kids, your family, your hearth, your home, this would definitely be why. Okay. So that you guys can feel that energy of I call in my angels, masters, way showers, guides, source. Please allow me to be a clear channel for the collective tonight. And obviously, Mercury's still going to get his last hoorah in, obviously. I'm going to go ahead and cleanse the Moonology cards. These guys like to stick together. So I was also channeling today a message from the angels in numerical sequence. Today I saw 111, 111, 1111. A lot of awakening portals going on in the energy. In this energy, guys, I just want to put it out there that it's going to be hard to focus because you guys are going to have a lot going on. My nose is itching severely, which means that for me, this is another indication that energies are moving very fluidly right now. It's almost like the veil is really, really super, super thin, so you guys can time travel. Okay. And for those of you guys that don't know that you're already time travelers, I'm here to attest that, well, guys, you're time travelers. The reason I say this is because time is fluid, guys. Time is fluid. So you can actually be in two places at once. Like you're here, but your mind may drift to the past. So that's another reason I say that you guys are time travelers. You can time travel through multiple dimensions, past, present, and future. A lot of that energy is going to be going on right now. A lot of things are going to be coming out in the open. Okay. The last several weeks, a lot of the tarot moon card pulls that we have had in our readings are about all of the things that are going to be coming out into the light in this energy. Some people are talking about the lunacy going on within this energy right now with the full moons energy going on, the supermoon energy. I'm sending love and light to my friends that are experiencing some of that right now. Smudge you guys too. Breathe in that good ass prana, baby, like Ralph Smart likes to say. All right. I have one more deck to cleanse, guys. But I just figured I would sit here and talk with you guys before we get started about a little bit of what I've been channeling. A lot of protection energy, a lot of divine feminine, a lot of divine masculine healing distortions. A lot of that energy is taking place right now in the collective. I know before I go to bed at midnight tonight, I am going to write my intentions on this lovely little red candle here for earth healing, soul healing, soulmate, divine soul healing. Not just for myself, but for the collective. I'm going to light this candle for all of you guys tonight and hopeful energies that this good Reiki healing energy that I'm putting out to you guys tonight, it helps and aids the flame of cleansing to come through to help you guys release those energies tying to ancestral ancestral curses, ancestral clearings, past life clearings, past life connections that no longer serve you guys anymore. This is coming out for the highest good. I'm being told and led by my spirit guides to do this for you guys. So if you guys want your name on the candle, comment in the live section feed and your name will go on the candle tonight along with the World Collective. We can get you some specific energies. Okay, so, all right. Clear. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and cleanse the Mother Goddess Isis oracles. We might pull a few of these to get some guidance for you guys. For you star seeds, oracles, light workers, divine souls. We'll have a final message from the goddess energies afterward. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Welcome in. Welcome in. You got it, Cherokee. You got it. Your name will be added to the candle. All right, guys, let's jump into these cards. I am dying to find out. And going to use one more. I'm going to use 3 Oracle decks tonight, and I'm going to use maybe 1 or 2 Tarot decks. Who knows? Who knows? Let's get into this reading. I have a feeling this one's going to be pretty extensive, so I hope you guys can stay and watch. If not, you can always replay later. All right, so yeah, we got to have the Halloween oracles in this. I just love these, especially because the veil is so thin. I could be able to tap into this energy and get you guys some more clarification to what is going down. What is going down? Okay, so for us, okay, we're also going to see what powerful energy is behind releasing old issues from the past. We're also going to look into what can we manifest for the future and how can we maintain this momentum of positivity that we have going on right now. I mean, so lots of things are going on in a positive sense. Okay, so anybody that knows about supermoon energy is heightened times 2, and I like to say times 3 just for good measure. You know, all good things happen in threes. And so, like, I believe in the power of 3, guys. I believe it. I have worked this magic of the power of 3 for a very long time, and I find that it is most effective. Okay, so funny because overall energy, we have protection, the energy of the jack-o'-lantern. The energy of the jack-o'-lantern, um, I like this energy. I pulled this card the other night for Divine Feminine in the overall energy for Divine Feminine. So the jack-o'-lantern energy. I'm getting messages, guys. I'm getting messages. The jack-o'-lantern energy is going to kick us off tonight. Oh Jack, let me carve my protection. Shine your fire outwards, evil, rejection, and reflection. This is fucking beautiful, guys, because I was just talking about how we need to release what no longer serves us, the energy that we feel has harmed us, evil, rejection. For those of you guys that don't know what the evil eye is, this right here is one of the strongest gypsy evil eye wards you could wear or possess on you or in your vehicles or in your houses. Okay, so to get a little bit more in depth about this protection energy, guys. This energy is here to protect what you have been working on, protecting your spirit, what you guys have done as far as shadow work to heal. Healing is not easy, guys. And when you guys step into divine light, you will start to find that you will be tested on your journey. And thus, you will have to protect yourself further. It's kind of like you're going through an awakening process, but you're also going through a defense against the dark arts course, like you would at Hogwarts, guys. It is really about learning how to protect yourself against the lower level energies that you have just transitioned out of. So, the natural pull of the negative and polarity and energies is naturally going to the more positive that you become, the more likely it is that the polarities and energies are going to pull you back into that negative phase that you just came out of. So, this is about protecting and grounding yourself through these energies so that you don't get sucked backwards. Okay. This is really, really important, guys. And this is also going to pertain to your dreams. And it's also going to pertain toward your goals that you are working on. Naturally, when you're working or moving toward a goal and you're dead set on that goal, or you're dead set on rising above, you're moving that path, um, you are glowing and everything's going right for you. You have to stay in the momentum of that positive energy no matter what comes toward you, right? So it's kind of like evil rejection and reflection. So the more you stand in that positive light, other energies are going to reflect back at you in a more negative sense. So that's like your test in the moment to see how you're going to react, to see how you're going to resonate, and to pollinate your thoughts to manifest in the future, if that makes any sense. Okay. So the original term for jack-o'-lantern was a will o' the wisp. And anybody that knows about pagan or Celtic or Druidic culture, will o' the wisps were spirits of the forest. Okay. That would protect you in times of uncertainty or in wayward travel. They would help guide your path during travel, protect you from yourself and other energies in the forest that could cause you harm. So it's kind of funny that they would mention Will of the Wisp in here. And it reminded me of that scene in Brave when she goes to um, find the witch in the forest. The will of the wisps are guiding the way. Okay. So I don't know. I just, for some reason, anyways, it's funny because, okay, now it goes into Irish Celtic lore. Those living in Scottish Highlands all carved winter vegetables, not just pumpkins, but also parsnips, carrots, or beets. The time around Samhain was, of course, when the Fae and goblins were said to be roaming wild. So the lanterns were intended to be both scary, to scare off the undesirable, and to light the way in the dark. Today, carving pumpkins or jack o' lantern has become an art itself, true iconic of Halloween celebrations. But intricate designs and both scary and funny can be found in almost every home. But know that you are protected and know that you are capable of creating the life that you want and that the one that the universe supports. You, this should be a Jack shine, or how did they word this? Okay, so the universe is here to help you create the life that you want and support you. And should this Jack shine his light upon you, boundaries are important to teach people how to treat us. And drawing this card indicates that you may wish to renew the ones you have or to establish new ones. Okay, so boundaries. This is about protecting yourself and establishing boundaries that need to be set between you and other people. This is also about protecting yourself and teaching people how to treat you. If you want to be treated a certain way, you treat other people how you would want to be treated, right? But this is also about protecting yourself in the reflection of evil, but seeing yourself within that reflection as well. Um, Knowing where your boundaries should and should not be placed at this time is very, very important for you guys to focus on. This is going to be the main focus. Like I said, this is the main focus that spirit wants us to look at right now in these full moon energies. A lot of energies are running high right now. Um, a lot of things that we've suppressed are coming out into the surface. These could be coming out in multiple different ways. Um, I'm going to go ahead and get two more cards. I'm going to get one for the feminine. One card for the feminine, please. And one for the masculine. Okay. One card for the feminine and one card for the masculine. Okay, so this is the future. The veil. And one for the masculine. Okay, and then we have strength on the masculine side of things. Overall energy underneath the deck, we have risk and reward. Okay, so we're going to get clarification for these cards here in just a moment. And I'm going to pull two Moonology cards, one for the feminine, one for the collective, and one for the masculine. Okay, so again, the females, the feminines can really, really feel this energy more heightened because we are feminine. Feminine energy is connected directly to the moon, obviously. This is goddess energy. So, feminine energies are going to feel this thinness within the veil right now. Um, we're going to be more armored up as far as protection, protecting ourselves from lower vibrational energies, energies that we know that don't belong. Right now, um, from the spiritual perspective, this intuitive feeling that we are all feeling right now is coming from that energy coming from the veil. It's coming from this, let me see, this energy. It's coming from the veil, okay? Which we would, in some cases, we would sense the void. So, for the feminine energies, this is what we're feeling quite heavily. There's a misty curtain that divides us all, the veil that this night thins. Transparent the weave becomes, and the future no longer dims. Okay, so this is also about seeing a future that's not as dim as what we've experienced in the past. This is that Six of Cups energy that's coming up for the divine feminine and divine masculine, but this is how it is affecting the divine feminine right now. The ancient Celts used to call the time of the longest night. Okay, so now we're going into the shortest nights. So this is why the feminine is starting to see things growing brighter in her perspective at the moment. Um, because the nights are getting shorter, or the nights are going to get longer here pretty soon, coming into spring and summertime. So the fineness of the veil um, is right now where the feminines are feeling their ancestors closer than ever. The gods are closer, goddess is closer, and this means that communications from the veil and the other side is where divine speaks through us and through something would be more effective. Okay, so while this card comes into play as the veil lifts, know that the other worlds are close. We're being asked to listen in particular to what messages may come forth and, may come forward about our futures. Look at what you want to happen. Plan, set intentions, and thinking big. So, this is about releasing what no longer serves us so that we can set new intentions and manifest them in strength. Okay. Because now we have this extra boost of energy to actually um, double this manifestation energy that we have in strength. And this is due to the divine masculine energies that are coming to play, the great masculine energy, the great mother energies coming to play right now between the divine masculine and the divine feminine. So, and in this, in between the energy, you have protection over the divine souls right now that are coming into their awakenings. Divine is protecting you guys right now through these transitions, through these clearings, through this um, really, really heavy energy. It was really heavy on the divine feminine through the winter months. We could feel that thinning energy. And I don't know, I said this at like 100 times throughout the winter. I do readings, and I would tell you guys that I actually felt like the veil was super, super thin, and it didn't really ever really thicken back up after Sam Hain. And it was like spirit left this veil open for us to go through these spiritual ascensions. It's for us to be recipients to these energies that are taking place right now. A lot of the energies that we're being guided um, to release are so that we can be more authentic with ourselves, and the things that we've risked in the past that didn't reap reward, for all of the hard work that we've been doing and reaping in these harvests, of all of the seeds, spiritual seeds, physical seeds, emotional, financial seeds that we've been planting over the last couple of months and, years or whatnot. A lot of these things are coming to fruition now. And so we're coming to understand that in certainty, there are times where we have to kind of face our fears and listen to our spirit guides and allow the illumination to come in so that we can actually take the risks that we need to take without being fearful of them, so that we can find the strength within ourselves to take the risk that we know that we need to take in order to reap the reward from our harvest. Sometimes this is about really, really having faith and really, really taking that risk and allowing ourselves to be vulnerable and surrender to the higher power. This is about control and release, and this is about suffering and release, and this is about protecting ourselves and having boundaries. Um, through the lessons that we've already learned, and growing forward through those lessons. Okay, so then we have the energy of the skeleton on the divine masculine side. We're going to see how this mirror is reflecting itself. On the outside is flesh, on the inside is bone. There is strength and vulnerability. In power we have grown. Okay, so this is funny. Oh my god, I just now said that. This is about being able to release that energy of being fearful, of being vulnerable, um, so that we can actually open up our hearts and open up our minds and open up our psyches to allow the divine to actually help us align with the things that are meant for us. Because obviously we go through those lessons of release for obvious reasons. We go through attachments and detachments, and the reason that we go through these things is so that we can spiritually learn from them. And so it talks about Halloween being a scary festival. It's meant to frighten people, but we're meant to feel the release of being pleasantly scared. Okay. So, not all fear has to be unpleasant. It's kind of what I'm getting from that. So, we trick or treat even though we know that someone may surprise us. We watch horror films knowing that they're going to scare us. We even dress as skeletons who have no flesh at all. Their bones are there for all to see. In short, we show our vulnerability and our strength in facing our fears. So there is an incredible strength in showing vulnerability. It can be often the bravest course of action and the most frightening. More often than not, it's a powerful catalyst for personal growth, even though we may not be able to perceive at that time. By showing our true selves and displaying some balanced vulnerability, we can seek and receive greater understanding from others. By admitting that we're wrong or that we don't have the solution when we're expected to, we leave more room to turn things around faster. By asking for help and support rather than acting as martyrs and feeling resentful, it shows strength and wisdom, not weakness. Should the skeleton card bring itself to your attention, dare to show your strength and vulnerability if that is what you really feel. Shame, pride, grudges, or embarrassment are hefty burdens that need not be carried through the darkest of the night. Okay, so, okay, this is about the divine feminine being able to heal the distorted masculine. The masculine within the divine feminine is actually stepping up and helping her heal through the fears and the transformation and through the risks that she's taken in the past where she's wound up brokenhearted or where she's felt vulnerable and smashed to bits. This is also about the feminine, the masculine, the feminine within the masculine, healing the distortions, helping the divine masculine see through the veil of illusions that once kept him stuck and stagnant. This energy is masking itself within the risks and the rewards, guys. So, what we're not seeing is the risk that we took in order to become better versions of ourselves. I really, really strongly, ooh, wow. Okay, the angels are here. I feel um, that high pitched sound is in my eardrums. I can feel the angels here now. Wow. Sorry, guys. That kind of made me a little deaf for a second. Okay, so we have. I feel like I need to flip back to that because there's something I'm missing. The veil, the veil, the veil, the veil. A misty curtain that divides us all, the veil that this night thins, transparent the weave becomes, and the future no longer dims. Okay, so to the divine masculine and to the divine feminine, the more the divine masculine heals the divine feminine with, or the distorted feminine within himself, the more transparent things become to him. The more the divine feminine releases the more the divine feminine releases ties with her ancestors, the more transparent things become to the divine feminine. Okay, so the protection of the ancestors are here for both of them. They're helping clear out these energies for the collective right now. This is how they're clearing out the energies for both sides, for the divine masculine and divine feminine presence within you guys. Okay, so some of this energy can be very, 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 very heavy. Okay, and so I'm going to pull a moonology card. We're going to find out what's going on in the overall cycle. Okay, what's cycling out right now for the divine masculine and divine feminine? What is cycling out for the collective right now? I'll just say that, the collective. That's easier. What is cycling out for the collective? Spirit. What is cycling out of this energy for the collective? All right, we have the energy gaining momentum, and I feel like we need another card here. Energy is gaining momentum. Okay, all right. Step out of your comfort zone. So we're being asked to step out of our comfort zone. You know, those ugly little tidbits that we want to sweep under the rug and we don't want to deal with, the things that hurt the most. Okay, the things that hurt the most for us to be vulnerable with right now. These are the things that this full moon energy is going to purge within us. This may hurt, okay? No one ever said enlightenment would be easy or that it would be painless, okay? So, first off, they want us to step out of our comfort zones and become more vulnerable with each other so that we can help one another heal, so that we can heal within the self. No one ever said that we had to do this or walk this journey alone either, for those of you guys that are on this journey to heal and to do the shadow work. This right now, when the full moon comes, is the best time to do shadow work, guys. Especially for those of you guys that are dreaming, having strange dreams. You know that there's a connection going on here. I need to get some card stands. That would help my case right now. Anyways, I'll get this situated eventually. All right. So, put that back there. All right. Underneath the deck, we have your hard work is paying off. Okay. The end of rough cycles approach. Luck is on your side. So, all right. So, mainly, I'm seeing the symbol of Leo here as well. There's a lot of scorpionic energy here. I feel some things are needing to be put to rest, most definitely. So we're needing to put to rest our fears so that we don't have to be afraid anymore. Some of the past energies are circling so that we can step out of our comfort zones with the energy that is gaining momentum to gather strength and to maybe look at these situations from a different perspective. Um, I'm being shown that like the sun comes out, you have flowers um, that are just like just been planted a few weeks into the growth process. You start to see the little green sprigs pop up, and this is kind of what they're showing me, that the sun comes out and it shines the light on the baby growing plants, and the baby growing plants get their nourishment and growth. It's for nourishment and growth. Okay, so I pull a couple of more oracle cards from the Queen of the Moon oracles. Got the Moon oracles going on. I'm just gonna put these down here. We have over. Yeah, that works better for me, guys. So anyway, all right. So it's not a surprise to me that the focus card comes out, because right now for um the collective, we need to focus on allowing this transformation to take place without interruption. We need to be nourishing ourselves through this transformation, because some of the hits are going to come. Like I said, enlightenment is not easy. Facing shadows of dual aspects of nature um, aren't pretty. So we have to give ourselves a lot of extra nourishing energy during this time right now, um, because it's really, really important to give yourself love, um, to give the world love, because the world needs more of it. Um, shit, 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 shit. Okay. Okay. So we'll start with nourishment. Okay. We're going to start with nourishment. The number for that card is 7. 7 is a heavenly number. It's the heavenly host. 7 is the number of the heavenly hosts. Okay. It means the angels are here. At least that's what I've always thought. So, nourishment is about choosing to nourish your mind, your body, and spirit, feeding your values. When you're jealous or envious, it is a sign of what you are actually hungering for. And it's funny because before I started shuffling this deck earlier, I saw the hunger card underneath. And so it's about paying attention to your health, okay? And looking for the signs of what are you really hungry for in life right now. You're being given the opportunity to clear out a lot of lower vibrational energy so that you can focus on the transformation at hand and allow good and unexpected things to come into your life. It's not always about not being able to trust the unknown or being able to trust the unexpected. Sometimes you don't need to, because spirit really, really does take care of you in ways that you don't even understand or even acknowledge half the time. So, it's really about um choosing to nourish yourself, okay? Needing to nourish yourself. All of us have set values that are individual, just as our fingerprints. Sometimes we aren't sure what they might be if asked, but unconsciously we know. So how do we know? Because if our values are not being met or lived, we rebel, we get angry, sad, depressed, irritable, or stuck. or we take the chaotic choice in our decision making, and commonly our relationships and life are not harmonious. So this is about bringing back harmony into our lives through chaos, sadness, grief, despair, anger, depression, being irritable, chaotic changes, chaotic choices. This is bringing us back down to earth here. Yeah, so that we can find our true pleasures in life. Okay, that's another thing. That's the exact reason why all this is happening, so that we can find our true pleasures in life. We've already experienced feelings of displeasure. So if we don't have those experience of displeasure, then we don't know what our pleasures in life really are until we have those moments. So sometimes it's about going back into the past to honor those moments that we didn't treasure so much, to learn how to treasure them so that we know what we want to create for our lives. This is that energy of the void or the unexpected, where we can start to trust in the unexpected, or we can start to trust in the unknown again, because once we were like innocent babes and we trusted in everything that we needed to trust in. We had that inner guidance, that didn't sway us into living from our egos. So this is about shedding that part of our egos where we can go into that childish innocence to learn how again to trust and focus in our own inner transformations with love and light and playfulness, and allowing the unexpected to transform our lives in ways that we never expected. Okay, so the energy for this has been gaining momentum for quite some time. So now, at this particular time, now that spring is about to come in and shed light and soften the ground for us so that we can go outside and grow roots and be beautiful in our growth, it's time for us to step out of our comfort zones. We need to allow ourselves to be vulnerable with one another, okay? In a collective sense, it doesn't matter if you're divine masculine or divine feminine. It's time for us to open ourselves up to truly be vulnerable, to change, to the unexpected pleasures in life, okay? Because when you're not expecting for things to happen, when you have no expectations upon other people, places, or things, and you just allow that energy of unconditional, nourishing love to come into your lives, and it brings the pleasures that you don't even understand are vital for your beautiful transitions and your transformations. These things need to happen. So this inner release of all of these things old and dead coming up to resurface, for you to gain a sense of protection over yourself, for you to gain that sense of self-worth, okay? Because this is part of what this protection card is about. Focusing on your inner transformation, leveling out your emotions, learning to stand in a neutral stance and allow the transformations to come in. It's kind of like allowing yourself to go with the flow, but making sure that you have strong, stable, healthy boundaries set in place so that you no longer feel like you're being run over by everything that's happening. So this is that part where you love yourself enough to set healthy boundaries for yourself. If there are people coming in and out of your lives, disrupting your peace, if you're taking more risks than you are experiencing the rewards, then it's time to reevaluate those risks that you've been taking and find a way to take some risks that are going to bring you positive light, positive growth, positive nourishment, and allow the beautiful things that can come in from unexpected sources to come in and allow this transformation to help you along the way. This is about also that energy where this card said that it's about, asking for help when we need it, relying on others for strength when we need to. It's okay. It's not a sign of weakness. um, the energy is also gaining for momentum for that. So if you guys are feeling like you need to reach out and touch somebody, reach out and touch somebody. Reach out, get connected, connect to other people that are vibrating on your vibration. especially if you're moving into a higher vibration. Move along. It's okay to release energy that, um, if you and other people aren't meshing right now, it's okay to love them unconditionally. It's okay to release them. It's okay to nourish yourself enough to set healthy boundaries. If those boundaries aren't working for this other person and they can't respect your boundaries, then yes, it's very appropriate to do what you must do to protect yourselves in the situation. Stand your ground and be strong, and allow that those boundaries need to work for a higher good, for a higher purpose. So it's also about focusing on what you need to get done. So if you have other people that are in your energy right now that are creating blockages for you, and they're prohibiting your transformation, or they are distracting you from the things that you need to stay focused on, then it's time to eliminate those energies, however compassionately that you have to. So this is also about remaining compassionate and nourishing the connections that you do have. But if some of the connections that you have with other people are not serving you anymore, it's okay to love them unconditionally. It's okay to not be in their space every day. It's okay to not talk to them. If you have to block them on social media, it's okay to block that energy from you until they're in a higher vibration. It's not saying that you don't love a person. It's not saying that if you move out of your boyfriend or girlfriend's house because things are no longer working for you guys anymore, because you're no longer on the same vibrational frequency of energy, it's not saying that you don't love that person. And it's not saying that, you're leaving them or abandoning them. This is why we need to go in and do that work of transformation on ourselves, and sometimes releasing some of these energy in order to find our true pleasures in life, because things change, and that's just the way that things work. So this is really about us truly going in and assessing the situations and discerning from the energies that need to be loved and nourished more in your lives, or releasing energies that you've loved and nourished to the point of no end, where you're nourishing energy and you're not receiving it. So this is about finding a balance in your life that is equally yoked, and saying that you're deserving enough to move away from certain energies that are creating blockages for you, and to focus on your own transformation and your own growth and your own nourishment, because you have to take care of yourself first. You have to love yourself first, or else, how is anybody else going to love you? How is anybody else going to nourish you if you don't nourish yourself? Okay, so this is about assessing what is pleasurable to you and what needs boundaries in a healthy fashion. So, the main part of the focus, though, is to not focus on the fear of the unknown. Okay, you don't want to let this come in and interrupt your growth process, because this fear can stunt your growth. Okay, this is also a part of healing the distorted masculine within. Okay, so a lot of feminines are going through this transformation where they're healing their inner distorted masculine. And a lot of the masculines are healing the inner distortion within themselves as well. So the focus and change is really taking place on a masculine level. I do believe that this is also another way that Aries energy is actually coming in to affect different zodiac signs and the different sexes, and how the transition of Aries is going to be working in everybody's lives also at this current point in time. This is not just with the full moon energy, but because we're transitioning into Aries energy along with the super full moon tonight that we have um, um, in Virgo. So we have a lot of um, fire and earth energies here, um, helping this transformation along, getting grounded and spiritual cleansing. So Aries is going to kind of force us into more adventures, clearing out negative energy. It's very forceful in nature. So if a lot of these things feel like it's ripping you apart, the best thing that you guys can do is to go outside and take your shoes off, do a little bit of earthing, do a little bit of fire gazing. Maybe that will help cleanse some of the energy going on around you guys right now. Um, and so let's see what's going on with the tarot. Um, and stepping outside of this, I feel like this is also where this is really heavily where we need to step outside of our comfort zone here. So the energy for that is gaining momentum. Well, focus. Okay, so we're getting a lot of life emotions or upheavals. Can be very emotionally distracting. So don't let the emotional distractions throw you off of your game, because this energy is extremely heavy. Again, I send love and light energy to all of you guys right now going through these transits, because like I'm not kidding. They aren't fun. They are for our highest good. Um, but it takes a minute to sometimes adjust to some of these things. Adjustment periods. We need adjustment periods, but we've got to step outside of our comfort zones, because that's where the adjustments are going to be made. Stepping outside of the comfort zones. Okay. I gotta move these out of my way. I want to keep them up there on the drum, but that's just not going to be possible. Okay. All right. So let's get into the tarot. So I'm going to read the card of the worm moon. Supermoon. Let's see. Full moon in Virgo. I'm sorry, I got so quiet. Full moon and supermoon. Full moon cards. Okay, so they're telling me to read this one anyway. So the full moon is about surrendering to the divine. The very word climax brings all sorts of ideas and images to mind. Agreed? Yeah. But it really is to the point of feeling this card. Life is coming to a head, to a point, a conclusion, or a turning point. There may be some kind of change, possibly even some sort of emotional explosion. Tune into your emotions now and see what they're telling you. They're very likely close to the surface, no matter when the moon is cycled. You've pulled this card, and matters will soon conclude, and you'll find out whether or not your wishes are going to come true or not. The odds are ever in your favor, as this card is a positive one. You may need to work harder than usual to keep cool as these events unfold. So, as these events start to unfold before your eyes, it's kind of like, yeah, that's crazy. As these events start to unfold before your very eyes, this is about stepping out of your comfort zone. All right. You made to work harder. Are you getting the answers that you need? A wish you made maybe about to come true. It's make or break time. There could be a sense of madness in the air. Breathe deep and stay calm. You may need to forgive someone to release negative energy. So it's time to let go of the past and move on. So, in other words, you may have to see beyond the veil, and you may have to step outside of your comfort zone in order to let go of the past and finally move on, to finally put some things to rest, to finally put those skeletons back in your closet. So the full moon marks the climax of the lunar cycle. This is about lunacy. It's about ending the lunacy that has transpired in the past and stepping out of your comfort zone and enabling yourself to be forgiving, to release this energy. So it's often time when the answers are given to questions. This is like I said, when those moon cards have come out in the last few weeks readings, and it's about living in a mystery. I'm hearing that song by Sarah McLachlan. Living in a mystery. Building in a mystery. That's the song. Yes, I'm channeling. I'm channeling songs now. Yes, Sarah McLachlan, Building in a Mystery. So listen to the lyrics of that. Um, so at any time, answers are coming, but you have to step out of your comfort zone to get the answers that you so have longed for, that you've hungered for. Okay, and I'm gonna say that word again because that hunger card popped popped into my brain again. This hunger so deep within, because this masculine, this inner masculine that we all have, okay, hungers. This is about mm, desires and pleasures, bringing those things to the forefront. What do you hunger for in life? What do you hunger for? So it's time to release those energies and figure it out. Now, when you release these energies, when you release the shit that no longer serves you, you forgive the past, you move on, you release this energy, you allow your focus becomes more focused. The unexpected becomes less fearful. You free yourself under the divine protection that you have over your choices and to love yourself and to establish boundaries of loving, health, sensitivity, compassionate energy, reciprocation, okay? Oh, yes, resistance. Let that shit go, okay, guys? So, again, I wanted to read the full moon. It's about forgiveness. Full moons are about results, getting results where you have not gotten results before, stepping out of your comfort zone in order to get results. The energy is gaining momentum, guys. You're gathering the strength. You have the strength. You have all you need. That's what Spirit is saying. I have got to find this card for the worm moon. I want to read the card for the worm moon. Let's see a fiery climax approaches. Being assertive is good. Just don't ride roughshod over anyone. If you're in a tension situation, meditate your way to peace. Don't be a baby. Sorry, but this could be the issue. You need to have more fun. Be nice, be kind, smile, be polite as you navigate to where you want to be. Create your own way out of the situation. Meaning, mm, as you wait, ask yourself if you've been handling the situation with sensitivity, or what could you have done. So this is what those past situations are bringing about for you to feel. If you know deep down that you've been a little rash or harsh, gone too fast, or overstepped the mark, then accept that on some level you've created a situation for yourself, which means you can create your way out of it. A peak is coming. So that's what that energy momentum is about, staying strong in. Okay. The peak, the emotional peak. So be nice, be kind, be polite as you navigate this. The full moon in Aries. Okay. So this is not a full moon in Aries, but this is Aries energy. And the card of a fiery climax approaches did come out. Okay. So on the upside, there's excitement about what may lie ahead, but tempers are likely to flare. With rash comments or decisions, no matter when you pull this card, signals are that the situation has just or is about to come to a peak, perhaps in a rather heated way. There could be a price to pay if you've been too competitive or too blunt. So, this is where you guys need to have those boundaries established within yourself and how you react to other people right now. A lot of lunacy going on in full moon energies, guys. This is where the shit comes flying out. So if you've been harboring feelings toward your partner, like, motherfucker, I know that you piss with the toilet seat down. So I would like you to start raising and setting that toilet seat down, raising it up, raising it down. I know you do that shit. Like, or couples are fighting over things are just that are probably petty right now. There's probably a lot of petty arguments happening between people. Um, If you haven't told someone how you feel lately, that shit's probably coming out right now. You have mirrored energy going on. A lot of guys, a lot of people have mirrored energy going on. There's nothing wrong with that. Just how you react to certain things, just make sure that when you're reacting to things that you're breathing in, breathing out, and you're not releasing negativity into the world, even if you are dealing with it, even if other people are coming at you that way. It's saying love thy enemies, guys. Like everything transmutes through love. You can transmute love or all that shitty energy. The counteractive energy is love. Transmute it. Um, damn it, why is it so hard for me to find this card in the damn book? Why? Anyways, moving on. Hopefully. Okay, so we do have the card that's coming out in the North Node. Okay, so pay attention to you guys' signs, whatever sign that you are representing in your North Node. That is going to be very important to you guys. During this energy, it may affect you directly from your North Node right now. Like for me, I am a sun in sun sign. I am Leo, Cancer, cusp. Vedic astrology, I am Cancer. Um, my moon sign is Aries. My rising is Capricorn. Or what's in my North Node? Capricorn is in my North Node. My South Node is Sagittarius. My Venus is also a Cancer. Mercury, I'm a Virgo. So that would be affecting me very heavily right now. The Mercurian energy in Virgo with this full moon is definitely going to be affecting me right now, especially in my Capricorn, in my North Node. So I have, even though I'm a Leo sun and Cancer sun, I do. I have been checking in on Capricorn readings because that is what my North Node is in. And it's funny how it resonates. So for those of you guys that are into horoscopes, astrology, things like that, pay attention to your charts right now. Whatever sign your house is in when it comes to your North Node, it will affect you directly. And you also might want to check and see how Aries energy affects your nodes right now. Okay, how it's going to affect you in your North Node. So that's what my spirit guides are telling me to tell you guys. Check your North Node, and that's how and see how Aries will affect your North Node energy right now. Because that's heavily going to play into how all of this energy is going to be affecting you personally. That's definitely important. Out of your comfort zone, there's a strong feeling when you get this card. It's time to leave the past behind because you're headed in the right direction. If you want to be happy and fulfilled, you need to get going toward the thing that scares you within reason. Okay. So that's where this makes sense. You need to get going toward the things that scare you within reason. This is the unexpected. This is the unexpected shit that you guys fear all the time. And I'll say we, because I should include myself in that. Okay, so it's urging you to dare to do something different with your life and direction to take action in. So are you willing to follow through the life that you incarnated to live? Have you finally found the courage to make that big leap? There's a good chance you'll come to ask yourself, why did I wait so long to do this? So you're headed for something which feels like destiny. You need to face the fear and get over it. Time to stop obsessing about someone or something. Stand on your own 2 feet. You got this. So the North node is where the moon crosses the ecliptic. So we're in ecliptic energies right now as well. How the North node and the South node are ecliptic right now. Whew, okay. What is it? Equinox. The equinox energy. The energy of the equinox. It's a karmic point, and on the horoscope, the chart shows us what we need to do and where we need to go with our life to find satisfaction, fulfillment, and happiness. The North Node is the karmic astrological point that reminds us, to paraphrase, that in order to discover new oceans, we have to be prepared to lose the sight of the shore. Okay, so, oh, wow. This is about releasing your fears and going toward the things that you fear the most, because those are the things that are meant for you. Okay? If it wasn't meant for you, it wouldn't scare you so much, guys. So dare to dream the dream that others dare not dream. That is self explanatory. Okay. Very, very self explanatory. All right. That's interesting. Interesting. All right. All right. So let's get into the tarot. Let's find out what is going on. Okay. We already know what's going on. All right. So, what is this risk and reward about? Show us. Show us, Spirit. That risk and reward right here. This is the risk that you're taking. Risking what you're risking releasing all of this fear so that you can actually step into your rewards. Wow. This is also here. Ooh. Invisibility, authenticity, focus, stepping out of your comfort zone to be authentic. All right, that's important. Taking the blinders off, removing the mask so that people can see you. All right, so, Spirit. Since supermoons have a powerful energy, ease the minds of the restless tonight. All right. We have Empress energy, new beginnings. Don't focus on how the beginnings are coming, just know that they are. The divine feminine, the great divine feminine of all, Mother Gaia, wants us to know that we are abundant from within as long as we are trusting in spirit, as long as we are having faith, removing the mask to be our authentic selves, the creative energy that we are bringing forward is running rampant right now. This is where we need to step out of our comfort zones. We need to get creative. This is the best way to transmute this energy. This is the best way to fight those evil forces that try to kick us when we're down. Staying positive and staying creative through the Seven of Wands energy that we're experiencing. We also have the Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck. She is intuitive. She is creative. She is all about taking action. Okay. So what I'm getting here is that on your path of creation, on your path of, motherly nurturing, forgiveness, rebirthing, the rebirthing process, don't let the battles of the Seven of Wands throw you off of your creative process. Feminine is being guided. Okay. Underneath that, you have karma, which is judgment. Okay. So when you have judgment energy coming through, this is about using your better judgment um, in how you proceed to move forward. So if you're dealing with past issues, if you're dealing with battle-like situations, you don't want to create more bad karma for yourself by reacting negatively to negative situations. And we all tend to do that whenever we're being thrown negative forces to deal with, even if this is past action that you're clearing out. It's time to clear that shit out. Can't let it hold you back and keep you stagnant anymore. We're trying to achieve victory here. So, um, with the Seven of Wands, you have the energy of noticing that you're about to face challenges. When you're faced with challenges, one you will thoroughly enjoy, it may be a sort of a personal test. And when they say enjoy it, you might not it's an initiation card. This is about stepping through a new initiation process. 7, which is also a number that we have already had once in this reading as well. So 7 being the number of the heavenly host. And I did say, with my ears ringing like they were twice already in this reading, the angels are here. Definitely here. Okay, between this world of the veil, from the magical world to the mundane, these are the messages that are being delivered down to us. So this card is about showing the use of muscle, showing the use of muscle and movement with restraint and style. Your enthusiasm, ambition, and wit will serve you well here. This card appearing in a reading assures that you will overcome obstacles and rise above them with style, wit, and humor. So keep your humor about you guys. This is a part of allowing that pure, authentic part of you to truly come out and shine in the roughest of times. And when people can see you in that energy, it's where people yeah, you might attract more of that envious energy toward you. People will envy you for that because it's really hard to do in tough situations. I was just telling a really thing about how good it finally felt for us to be able to go through these transformations. And because back in the day, it was so hard for us. She's a Taurus and my Leo nature. It's really hard to, when in the face of adversity or in the face of rejection or in the face of an ugly person, who's throwing that ugliness at you, um, and trying to pass it off because of their own insecurities, it kind of tends to make us feel like shit. But, in times like that and in times like in the past, it was really hard for us to shrug those things off and kind of laugh it off with a sense of humor. Like we used to take that shit really seriously. And those, some of those kind of energies or come at me bros were like, let's fight. But to be able to look at that from a more a healed aspect, you can kind of shrug those things off with a sense of humor. So some of those things might actually be coming up as far as interruptions, and those are the things that we need to protect ourselves from. Those are the things that we need to set our boundaries to, so that we don't cross those boundaries and so that we don't lower ourselves to lower level energies, because we used to be that way. And those are old cycles that we've supposed to have cleared out. So that's what that truly is really about. And this is what we need to look at right now. Um, the adrenaline is going to get going. A lot of things can be enthusiastic, but now that we've overcome those tests of the past, in these karmic cycles, this is why judgment's here. Some of these past energies may be resurfacing to see, how well we handle them because we're being tested. And so is our commitment to ourselves, our commitment to spirit, our commitment to change, our commitment to our own growth process. These things are truly being tested right now. So a lot of past energies are resurfacing for this specific reason. And so again, we have justice coming out. This is the overall energy between one side of the collective and the other. One part of a relationship and another. However you want to take this reading with you in whichever part of your life that you apply it to, that it resonates with. So that's what this is about. Um, what do we have going on with the strength, finding the strength to cut away our fears and reap the rewards during this energy momentum? So, what advice, Spirit, do you have for us to navigate through the waters of the unexpected and finding our strength, taking those risks that we need to take? All right, we have the Knight of Pentacles. Even if we have to do it from a solitary sense, this is about building our stability from within. This is about strengthening our wards, strengthening our protective walls. This is about strengthening our homes, um, strengthening ourselves, celebrating life. So the energy is gaining momentum for celebrations to come in. This is what happens whenever you take the risks to reap the reward, to go after those things that you're most afraid of. This is where the celebrations come in. Happiness, virtue, integrity. I'm seeing a lot of Capricorn, Sagittarius, Aries, Leo, Taurian energy here in this reading. I also see Libra energy as well with justice. Okay, so what's coming in with happiness and abundance with risk and reward? So when you take the risks, you reap the benefits of abundance. So this is getting over that fear. Will we choose to clear out this energy? Will we choose? Will we make the choice to release our worries, release our stress? Will we in this collective? Oh, yeah, we have the Page of Pentacles. A new day dawns on the horizon of the earthly world. A new day dawns. Sometimes this Page of Pentacles can be about giving back in gratitude. Sometimes whenever we need to release the energy of anxiety, we can feel and release that energy with gratitude and a feeling of feeling inwardly abundant. All right, releasing burdens. It's how we release the burdens of stress and worry. Knowing that spirit will come in. The messengers are coming to help us ground things in the 3D world. Manifesting from the heavens to the earth. Okay, so what's the end game though? Not just the Nine of Pentacles, but the Three of Cups. What's the end game when we take that leap of faith and we gather our strength and our courage and allow this momentum to catapult us forward into the unexpected? What happens? What happens, Spirit? Please show the lovely collective what happens when we take this action through wise seeing, wise action. Oh, I also see sweetness and synergy under here. So attracting the world in abundance, sweetness and synergy, joy. We have the moon card. Here we go. Triple Goddess Hecate. Our Triple Goddess Hecate showing up into the read. Okay. Along with the Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Releasing that greedy energy. Releasing the envy. Releasing the greed. We don't have to envy other people for what they have. Let's release that energy. Okay. Let's step through the portal of initiation to find our new beginnings. Let's release that. Overall, fighting those codependencies, walking away from codependent relationships, walking away from codependent behaviors within ourselves, stepping into interdependency with ourselves and one another. Interdependency is very, very, very important when it comes to conducting healthy relationships, guys. And you have the King of Pentacles as well. This is Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurian energy. We have Capricorn energy here. Okay, some of you guys might be dealing with a Capricorn. I love you guys. But sometimes Capricorn energies have the worst struggle when it comes to releasing codependencies because it's their cardinal nature. Something that a Capricorn energy might have a harder time grounding him or herself through because they are a cardinal sign and because they house this energy the most. We got to send them love and light. Okay, and also within that dynamic and that aspect of ourselves, dealing with the shadow work, the shadow side of ourselves. We also need to accept, acknowledge, and release our own codependent natures when it comes to our shadow sides. This is what shadow work is all about. This is about releasing those things. The things that we've been codependent on feeling, touching, seeing, experiencing in a distorted fashion. So when we face our shadow sides, we're facing our distorted self. Sometimes it's an ugly process. Nobody ever said enlightenment was beautiful all the time. All right, but this is a part of the process in order to get us grounded. This is why the King of Pentacles is here, grounding us in the 3D world, okay? So that we can have our new beginnings. Releasing in order for us to have our new beginnings. All right, so there's something about the karma card that they want me to read for you guys. So it's about reaping the good rewards, or the moon. Whew. I felt that karma card, boy. I felt that. All of you guys, I know. Feeling that shit. No more bad karma. No more bad karma. No more karmics. No more karmics. Hey, I'm just kidding. Sorry. Please. Okay, so the moon card, Mighty Hecate, make it right. Mighty Hecate, make it right. What is it you have to say, Mother Hecate? All right, beautiful Hecate. What do you have to say to us? Okay, so this is the card of the crone goddess. Waning moon magic, intuition, and illusions. It may also represent the development of psychic powers. So this is the gift that we are going to receive, guys. This is part of the abundance. This is part of the reward, and this is part of the reward to be celebrated. What we gain on these ascensions is so priceless. You cannot put a price on it, okay? All of the beautiful houses and all the fine bank accounts in the world will not buy what spirit is going to reward you in this energy for taking the risks, not just spiritually, but in order to heal and come into union with what is meant for you. When you are doing this, when you're clearing out all of this energy and you're stepping through these initiation portals and you're finding your creativity, you're becoming your authentic self, you're becoming the best part of you that you can be through every change, through every transition, um, through every learning process with the sweetness and synergy of that, of moving through this energy with wise seeing, wise action. You guys are actually opening yourselves up to the blessings of the universe. These spiritual energies are bringing in these powerful gifts for you. Okay, it reveals people and situations that are not also as they appear. So this is another dual side to the energy that's coming. Some people are not always as they appear, and with these gifts will come the ability to see with clarity as things really appear. Because the moonlight can be deceptive, Mighty Hecate wants you to know that the darkness of night can hide things from you. And this is the kind of energy that we've been experiencing. So when we take the risk toward the unknown, we take the risks, we go into the unexpected, we take the momentum that we're being given to let go and let God. And so the crone aspect of the goddess is saying with waning mood magic, this is protection, seeing through what others could keep hidden. This is about intuition and the development of psychic powers, wisdom gained through years of life experiences. Okay, so through all of these experiences that we have had, excuse me, now I have the hiccups. This is Pisces energy. This is about removing deception, confusion, deceit, anxiety, and fear. Now we can see through this anxiety. Now we can see through this fear. Now we can see through this confusion. Now we can see through this deception. It's a happy celebration when we can finally ground ourselves in this energy and see and celebrate the things that were once hidden that are now that are now revealing themselves, grounding themselves out so we can stabilize them, celebrate them, celebrate the overcoming of obstacles as well. So call on your guides, call on your totems, Hecate, to see past the fog and recognize the truth. Use your psychic gifts and trust your intuition. Work your magic with Hecate now and see through any illusions. And for gifts of foresight, wisdom, and protection, you shall receive. And they have never lied to me when they have told me I will receive these blessings for doing the work, guys. I'm here to attest. And I will stand with Mother Hecate on this when she says, I will gift you through the illusions if you just only want to see. If you accept these developments of psychic powers within you, you use them to your advantage and you use them as a tool in order for you to see past the fog and recognize the truth. I will protect you. I will show you what others will keep hidden from you. Intuition and the development of psychic powers are yours to be had. Wisdom will be gained through years of your experience. So, wow. Wow. All right, so final messages. Let's get some final messages. Or no, hold on. Let me touch on this. Wise seeing, wise action, sweetness, and synergy. What is going on with this wise? Oh, yes, your Ace of Pentacles. New beginnings. Okay, so with wise seeing, wise action, sweetness, and synergy brings in that Ace of Pentacles, that newfound abundance that you have been lacking in your life, or this is the reward that you will reap in order for trusting in the divine and moving forward, releasing things that no longer serve you anymore, things that you are intuitively being guided to release. You know they're no good for you. You know it's time to walk away. You know it's time to move on toward your abundance and your happiness and move toward those things that you've always wanted in life, your truest heart's desires. It's time. And for some of you guys, this is also about getting into herbal magic, new beginnings. So if some of you guys have been contemplating herbal magic, that's a go-to. That's a yes. Do it. Yes, do it. Answer from spirit. Wise seeing, wise action, sweetness, and synergy. Yes. Okay, so through wise seeing and wise action, it's showing what you're holding on to tightly to and what you need to release. You need to release that which you are holding on to tightly to. Like a miser, greedy person, like you don't want to let this energy go, like you don't want to detach from this energy. It's something that you have to hold on to. It's something that you have to be attached to, chained down to. It's time to release those things. It's time to release the selfishness of unconditional love because there is no selfishness in unconditional love. Love is selfless. It's time to release your expectations of other people. It's time to release your expectations of that which you think you are meant for and to get into alignment with what you really are meant for. Allow spirit to come in and give you what you are meant to have. Sure, you can move into the direction of your wants and your dreams and your desires, but don't hold on too tightly to how you think it should happen or to who you think you should be with or to what kind of things that you think you should have to do when someone else is telling you what to do in life. Following someone else's lead isn't following your own. You need to let go of your old perceptions of thinking that you have to do what other people tell you in order to have abundance, because that's not how you achieve abundance in this world. And Spirit wants to remind you of not to let these energies distract you from your focus and distract you from your abundance that you're trying to manifest. This is what a wise person is going to see and understand and hopefully not get triggered by during this reading. So if this reading does trigger you guys, it means that you guys need healing, and I'm going to send you love and light for that as you click off this video. That's great. I'm going to send you love and light and help you release these things energetically. Again, so through sweetness and synergy and through wise action and through wise seeing and wise action, we're seeing that in order to come into our true abundance, we have to let go of certain things. It's a must because this is an energy blocker. Do you see how he blocks this energy from you? This energy of the miser, this energy of holding on too tightly, this energy of non-detachment. When you're not wanting to detach from certain things that you feel like you must. Well, you got to have it right now. You got to have it right here, right now, energy, or you got to have a loving a relationship with a specific person that you have in your specific mind. That's not how spirit works. Spirit's just saying that if you focus on those kinds of things, you're only going to attract more. You're only going to attract more burdensome energies toward yourself if you cannot release. So this is no more karmic energy. It's saying no to the karmic energy. It's saying, yes, I release whoever, wherever from my eternal gaze, and I allow them to be free in the world with no expectations, with unconditional love. This is saying I release this energy. I release what I'm holding on to tightly to. I release this so that my abundance can come in. I release this energy so that I don't overburden myself anymore with the 10 of Wands or the 10 of Swords. I can feel that energy still too. So that I can come into my energy of abundance as the Queen of Cups, as the King of Cups. So I can allow this bountiful, playful, loving energy, joyful energy, intuitive energy to come in and no longer cloud my judgment. I react with love and compassion. To the people in my life that have hurt me, to my enemies, I send you love and light. I release this energy of negativity back into the universe. It no longer serves me anymore. The Queen of Cups is here to help you guys do that. Okay, and underneath, oh yes, and then you have this beautiful Ace of Wands energy. Underneath, she's backing. This is backing up the Queen of Cups. This is backing up that loving, nurturing, compassionate energy to say, this beautiful transformation, I allow spirit to come in. I allow spirit to cleanse me with this fiery, natured energy. I allow spirit to open me up to all creation. Allow me to become abundant and take action toward the things that I'm passionate about and toward the things that I desire the most, to help me bring balance to the world and to the children and to the love, to the loving energies around me. I will ground out this heavenly energy and the divinely host help to bring balance to this world. I will do this through my release. Because there is light at the end of the tunnel and there is gold at the end of the rainbow. Happy family, happy life, end to strife with the Ten of Cups. Yes. And then at the end of the deck, you have coming into equality and coming into union with the Emperor. You have the Empress on the table already. Once again, through the energy clearing, you will bring once again together your inner divine masculine and your inner divine feminine to come into union with yourself and the things that are meant for you in abundance, to help you build your empire, to help you gain friends, confidants, forces. Don't be afraid to ask for help. An empress and an emperor cannot build an empire alone. All right. So let's get a final message. What are we going to get a final message from? As I shuffle one more time, you have the sun coming out, guys. For some of you guys that have been clearing out past love energy, past life energy, childhood energies, things that have been so hard for you to let go of, Spirit wants you to know that it's okay to live vicariously through your inner child in order to release some of these things, in order to look at them from a different perspective. Go back to that place that was so hard for you to let go of. If you're in a childlike energy where you're healing childhood wounds, let go of those energies that are holding on too tightly to you and you too tightly to them. The sun is coming out to help you heal this inner masculine within yourself. You see the little boy on the horse. This is also the horse that the angel Azrael rides when he goes to war and death comes. That this is that rejuvenation energy for the things that have died within you, things that were so hard for you to let go of, the things that need to be resurrected, that were buried within you, that need to be released. It's time to let those things come out. It's time to release them. It's time to shed light on them. It's time to put the illusions to rest. It's time to let that sweetness and synergy, healing energy come in and help you transmute what was old, to help you put to rest what needs to die, to help you resurrect what needs to come home. The lovers. For those of you that have been single and stagnant for some time, new love is coming in. The possibility of a new soulmate is coming in for you. But in order for this union, or in order for any of these unions, whether they be love, financial, health, wealth, abundance, all of that, In order for your 10 of cups to come in, you have to face your shadow side. Release it, accept, heal, and come into union with your dual nature and others. This is also about finding forgiveness in others within their dual natures and understanding and understanding that you, just like they, are a part of this process, this cycle of beginnings and endings. In order to release these burdens, you must face these things within yourself and release them where you've held other people accountable and not held yourself accountable. This is releasing those codependents that you have had toward love or toward certain individuals, because maybe what spirit is trying to bring in to you isn't something that you ever imagined. Maybe it's better than you ever imagined. Maybe it's more beautiful and more amazing than your wildest dreams can ever fathom. And sometimes, in order for us to experience this thing, we need to move toward the things that we fear the most, because those are the things that are probably meant for us, the things that scare us, the things that we hide from in the dark. Not all things in the darkness are destructive. Not all things in the darkness are scary. That skeleton there. The message of that card. How we watch horror flicks knowing that we're going to have the shit scared out of us. How we enter new relationships knowing that they're scary as fuck, but it's worth the risk sometimes. We also know that sometimes in the past, some of the risks weren't worth taking, but what was the lesson that we learned in those things? The beauty of it, the beauty in the chaos, the beautiful disasters within the destruction. What was reborn after the tower when the star comes out and shows us our way through the broken, crumbling battlement? I will always love that poem by W.B. Yeats, Dialogue of Self and Soul. If you haven't read it, you should. Upon the broken, crumbling battlement, upon the star that marks the hidden pole, he's talking about what happens after the destruction of the tower. All of those tower moments that we've all felt recently made us face our shadow selves in order to come into union with ourselves. This is what this energy is clearing out, the mysteries and the illusions of the self. What we need to free, what we need to release within ourselves. Codependencies, absolutely. Holding on too tightly to a lover that may no longer be serving us anymore for the highest good. Releasing lovers that we need to establish healthy boundaries with because they've taken too far. A lot of us have been dealing with narcissistic energies. And why? Because we're twin flame souls. Why? Because we're divine souls. We're clearing out our distortions in order to step into our divinity. So why? Naturally, we would have to protect ourselves through all of this with the jack-o'-lantern card. Because the higher you come into your divinity, the higher you come into the more you come into your ascensions and the more you step into your higher self and the more that you step into your true life's purpose, the more obstacles you are facing, the more illusions you're going to have to cut through in order to get to your happy place. But you also know as an alchemist that whatever you have manifested in a negative sense for yourself, it's all been a part of a divine plan. And in that divine plan, you have to understand how divine timing really does work when it comes to celebrations, when it comes to due seasons, when it comes to transitions and unexpected, expecting the unexpected and rolling through our fears in order to conquer the unknown, to allow these beautiful divine blessings to come into our life. All they ask of us is to release the miserly energy of being greedy. If you love someone, why would you want to hold someone into a cage? Why would you want to put expectations on that person so that you can expect them to give you your happiness when you can find it within yourself? If you face the shadow side of who you are, if you're on a twin flame journey and you're facing your shadow side just so that you think you can come into union with your lover, I've got another thing coming, so to spirit. You're not going to come into full on union, into a healthy union with your divine masculine or your divine feminine until you truly face the shadow side so that you can actually work your light on this mission. So that you release this greed of humanity in service to spirit. So that spirit is working through you and you are working through spirit and not spirit the other way around. Spirit is really in control. That is what we need to surrender. The idea that we are in complete and full control. Yes, we have full on responsibilities when it comes to manifestations. But we also have a duty to ourselves to not kid ourselves and not lie to ourselves within the illusions of what we think we want. Spirit knows best, always. This energy of codependency and the shadow side that keeps you trapped and bound and stuck and stagnant in certain relationships that you know that you need to release. You know that they're energy blockers. You know that it's blocking your path from the things that are meant for you. The light that spirit is trying to shine on you, the light that's the light that spirit is trying to bring in order to help you manifest true love. What would you sacrifice? Would you sacrifice the illusions of a false lover? Someone who would drag you through the mud, drag you through karmic situations, drag you through hell and back, just so you will see the love that divine has for you? What more proof do you need that divine loves you and has your back? It's time for us to remove the veil and remove the blinders from our eyes and be able to see through these shadow energies, to see to our shadow selves and remove the wants from the needs and allow spirit to come in and work through us, for us, and by us. Boo boo. Hey. So, in finality, final message from Thoreau. Forgive those family members that hurt you as well. Forgive those lovers that broke your heart. Release them. If you feel unhappy or in a situation that you feel like is not moving forward or it's stuck or stagnant, whether it's a job, a relationship, family life, whatever it is that you need to make adjustments to make in order to bring more joy and happiness into your lives, to celebrate life rather than, feeling codependent and depressed and down and out and letting this energy kick your ass and batter you up against the waves. It's time to take this knowledge that you have and allow the knowledge that is being given to you to help you restore your faith in humanity, in yourself, in this world, and in the divine. Faith without works is dead, guys. This is the expression that they wanted me to give you with this card. It comes from a Bible. I mean, I'm gonna go into this. Faith without works is dead. If you don't have faith, you can't get to the Ten of Cups. If you do not have faith in spirit, if you do not have faith in the divine, and if you do not have faith in yourself, in order to manifest these things and bring balance to your life through the dual nature of yourself and others and in spirit, faith without works is dead. Work without faith is dead, guys. You can't get to the Ten of Cups if you don't have spirit in your life, if you are not bringing the divine into your life, if you're not applying the knowledge that you are gaining into your life, you can't have the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups comes to those who have faith. The Ten of Cups comes to those who work their faith, live from faith, breathe from faith, work from faith. I'll say that again. And then naturally, you'll have the Fool underneath the deck. This is about trusting in the unknown, taking those risks. Sometimes the Fool, with the foolish heart, takes risks, and he winds up falling off that cliff, and he hits the rocks pretty hard. But the Fool is also a fool that gets back up and tries it again, knowing that faith without work is dead. So he takes the risks, and he trusts in spirit. And one day, his sure it's rocky footing right here, and you wonder if he's going to fall off that edge of the cliff or not. Sometimes that little gust of wind, that spirit comes in, it pushes him back forward, and it pushes him back onto the ledge where he has more room to grow. And this is the reward that he gets from taking the risk. All that glitters can be gold in the eyes of the fool. Faith, his faith, blind faith, guys, is what makes the fool the most beautiful person in this card deck, period. The fool is the most beautiful person of the card deck. You start at 0, you end at 0. Every beginning and every end begins with the fool. Guys, the strongest lesson in tarot, I can tell you. Everything begins and ends with the fool. Start at 0, you end at 0. The infinite circle. 0. It's infinite. Infinitude. Okay? Infinitude is the name of the game that the fool plays, and it's a beautiful game at that. And honestly, just to shuffle a few more times, what does the fool get when he trusts in spirit unconditionally with perfect love and perfect trust? When the fool enters the circle with spirit, he enters the circle with perfect love and perfect trust. And when he enters the circle with perfect love and perfect trust, he gets unconditional love in every sense of the word. His cup on the inside, his cup of love fills up, and it never runs out. It never runs dry. A fool's heart is a heart of gold, Spirit says. That heart of the gold at the end of the rainbow. Only a fool would believe. Only a fool would believe that all things are possible. Why some people call me crazy? I can laugh at that with humor now, where I couldn't before. Just a perfect example of my own life to yours, guys. People have thought for years that I am a blind fool because I have taken so many risks and I have fallen off the cliff. But you know what? Every time I've fallen, Spirit has revived me in every sense of the word, just as Spirit revives you. Just at those times where you feel like your world is so fucking dark you can't even see straight in it. You feel like the devil has you in a vice and you'll never come into union with the shit that you deserve. The things that you've been working so hard for, all of the mysteries and the illusions of life that have evaded you and kept you disillusioned and have helped you self-sabotage in your life. Only the fool who trusts and doesn't give a shit what anybody else says manifests the Ten of Cups. Only a fool will love unconditionally and get back up and do it again, over and over and over again, no matter how many times his heart's been broken. A fool will take the risks so many times and fall, but eventually the fool that continues to take the risks will actually reap the rewards, guys. True love, true comfort, true happiness, true union with complete and total abundance inside and out. And it starts with the inside. I'll tell you right now. You don't get the Ace of Pentacles until you have the Ace of Cups first. This is that cup of love that you fill up within yourself. This is that cup of love that once you fill up completely, wholly, and entirely through trusting in spirit, having faith in divine knowledge, divine intervention, and divine timing, when you have faith in all of those things, your cup of love will be filled through the process, through the journey, through the sweetness and synergy of healing and all of that divine protection that you feel in helping you drag those skeletons out of the closet, heal them, accept them, release them, and then bury the bones again. The journey of a fool. Be the fool who fools the fool. People can think you're a fool or not. Like, you're the one manifesting the Ace of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, because you're letting go of greed, envy, expectations, self indulgence, the ties that bind, this binding codependent energy. When you move into a sense of interdependency, the sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow. Shit, it's sunshine and rainbows, guys. For real. All right. I'm going to get a message from the universe has your back to conclude this reading, guys. This has been so beautiful. Thank you guys for joining. If you guys want to book me for personal reads. Oh, hey, Champagne. Long time no see, girl. Happy full moon. Happy full moon, everyone. All right, so what messages do we have from the universe has your back? I'm half tempted to whip out a card from the Damon Tarot to give us a warning of what kind of energies not to fall into before I get the universe has your back. And you know what? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I'm going to be brave. I'm going to use this deck for the first time live in this reading. So we're going to get a message from the Damon spirits. The angels are here. So we're going to get a message from the Damon spirits to give us a warning of what kind of energies not to fall into during this full moon. And so, yes, right now, right here, right now, I'm going to show you guys how you can work with all celestial beings in order to bring in the light with the shadows and integrate them into neutrality, guys. So, for those of you guys that might wig out because I'm using a demon-based deck, okay, let me just tell you how these beautiful dark souls energies. It's not what I meant to say, guys, but oh well, fuck it. It's a new word. How these energies can intertwine, and also how these energies can actually push us back into the light. Okay. I am here to tell you right now, I love this card deck. Okay. I love this card deck. They called Lucifer Morningstar for a reason. And it wasn't for something evil and wicked and twisted, guys. Just so you know. No, I'm not a Satanist. No. But we're going to get some energies. We're going to get a message from the messengers of hell on how we can stay in the light. Okay, so they're going to give us some information and advice on how to stay in the light right now. Okay. How we can see through the bullshit and how we can see through the illusions, because guess who is the master of illusions, guys? And what better advice could we get to move out of the illusions than to hear it straight from the hell's mouth itself? Okay. Okay. So the first card out I have Orobus is a prince of hell who never lies. Damn it! That is so fucking crazy, guys. I just fucking said that. Removing the illusions of those who say they never lie. Oh, so if you guys are dealing with energies of people who say they never lie, don't believe that shit. Everybody fucking lies. Okay? Give a shit who you are. Sometimes more of us do the lying to ourselves more than anything. They also wanted to reiterate that. Okay, so don't forget about that. Do not fall into the. Okay, so I can already tell you what they're telling me. He may manifest in human shape when summoned. There are 20 military units at his command, so think about the one number 20. All right. Why? Why? Okay. They're telling me to put this over that energy of the Four of Pentacles. This is what the fuck we have to let go of, guys. So releasing lies, energies, people, shit no longer serves you anymore. Envious. Any kind of anger, envy, any of that shit. They're saying let go of it. Because if you don't, you're just going to manifest more of that shit. This is what Oribus is saying to us. Okay, so I'm going to read the inspiration for that card. All right. I am going to read it. I know. You know what? Fuck it. I can't even believe I'm using this deck, but I'm happy about it. I love this deck. I'm not ashamed. Anyway. Oribus. Okay, I'm not even looking in the right section here. All of these cards are alphabetized. Yes. Only guy in here that starts with an O. Oh, okay. So there are many demons who are known to be helpful and even generous with their knowledge, but Oribus is the only demon in his book who Colin Diplancy explicitly states does not deceive or give false temptation ever. Any question the summoner asks Oribus will receive a dignified response and, of course, a true one. However, occasionally we ask questions to which we do not really want a wholly truthful answer to. Occasionally, Oribus gives answers and anger or sadden the questioner, but the fault of those answers does not lie with Oribus. It is always better known the truth, but sometimes we must come to terms with those truths on our own. So, it's about focusing on honesty within ourselves and with others. So, if you're not going to be honest with yourselves, guys, don't expect other people to be honest with you because you're not embodying that energy of honesty. All right, this is about removing those masks. This is about that selfish part of ourselves that we really need to do this is what we really need to go in within our shadow work right now to release. This is what is being released right now within the shadow work. If you want honesty from other people, you have to be honest with yourselves. Okay? So this is about facing that shit that you don't want to face and that triggers you. If you're asking this of other people, if you're asking them to be vulnerable with you, this is also about being truthful. This is also about owning your own shit and letting it go in others where you hold them accountable. You can't hold someone else accountable for their own shit if you're not willing to face your own. You don't have the righteous right to do that. You're not righteous. This is where forgiveness comes into play. This is where releasing comes into play. This is where releasing shit is really important. So tell me right now that these lower level energies will not force you to face yourself and move you closer to spirit and move you in a higher direction. Tell me that they don't. Tell me. In 2 ways. Moving on. So, releasing the fucking self-illusion, releasing the delusions within the self, releasing that codependent energy, releasing the lies that we tell yourself releasing the lies that we tell ourselves. They're telling me to pull 3 cards from this deck, and I'm going to. Whatever. Okay, so I'm just going to take the 2 that fell out. That's just how it happens. Underneath the deck, we have Barbatos. Barbatos was once the angelic order of virtues, but is now a count and Duke of Hell with 30 military units under his command. He appears as a hunter, and 4 kings sound their horns at his approach. All right. Wow. All right. Underneath that, okay, so what came out was we have Michael and Vual. Vual, also transcribed as Wal or Uval, was once of the angelic order of powers, is now a Duke of Hell in command of 36 military units. He appears in the form of Dromedary. All right, and then we have Michael, was a witch of Thessaly, a region of ancient Greece, also known for its magic. She is shown here performing one of the most notable magical rituals of witchcraft, drawing down the moon. All right, let's talk about drawing down the moon for a second. If you truly want to revitalize your energy and you feel extremely depleted, during a super full moon is the best time to draw down the moon, guys. Drawing down the moon is an ancient ritual where you form the symbol of a triangle with your fingers. You point this outside, standing directly under the moon. You point your triangle at the moon. You stare directly through the triangle and you say to yourself, I invoke the goddess, whichever goddess of the moon you prefer to invoke. Invoke her. Draw down the moon. Draw down the moon's energy from this being down into yourself and let it fill you up with the beautiful, beautiful goddess energy of darkness and night. And I don't mean this in a dark sense, okay? I mean this in the most beautiful dark way possible. When you draw down the moon, it fills you with its silvery light and it lights up the darkness within you. That is what drawing down the moon is really about. I truly feel that. And I'm about to go do that here in a minute when I finish this video. So, for the message of Voal, it's inspiration. Okay, this inspirational card here is said to know many things concerning the past, the present, and the future. He is especially gifted at procuring the favor of friends and foes, as well as love and family. Some demonologists include Wire and Scott focus on Voil's abilities to create romantic relationships. However, his greater ability to foster friendship between very different people without any romance may show that his superior gift is bridging communicational gaps to allow for strong relationships of any form. So focus on resolving differences with the enemies and finding common ground in friendship and your relationships. Now tell me this does not tie into the whole entire reading that I just gave out. Guys. Healing. Healing relationships. Totally. Okay, moving on. The inspiration of Michael is to understand why such a tiny footnote in history is worth mentioning in a book of demons. We need to look at where Michael's home would have been located. As a Lapith, she and her sons would have come from Thessaly in ancient Greece. Many centuries later, legends of women of Thessaly and their strange powers were still being told, and scholars collected some onto volumes, the ritual of Thessalonian men and women in particular. That of drawing down the moon gained some popularity in poetry and folklore in the 1800s, and it is from that later resurgence that modern day Wicca ritual was created. Although the current ritual does not literally pull the moon out of the sky, it is a relatively important and well known aspect of paganism. It is also a ritual that very likely would not exist in any form anymore if it were not for a few tiny written references from ancient history, including two short lines about Michael, one of the few Thessalonian sorceresses mentioned by name. Focus on opening yourself to greater power and reputation. These are about the gifts that are coming in to you guys from the goddess. She's bringing in gifts of intuition, spiritual power, and atonement. Atonement with those spiritual gifts. So it's also about making sure that you use them. Oh, wow. Hold on. I need to go back and read that. The annotation to this card. Michael was not a demon at all, but a sorceress in Ovid's Metamorphosis as the Lapith mother of Proteus and Orion. Apart from listing her sons, the only other note Ovid gives on Michael is that she once pulled the moon down from the sky. Oh, wow, that's so interesting. Oh, drawing down the moon, drawing down the moon. Oh, yes, guys. So, underneath overall, The final message is from Barbatos. In keeping with his appearance, Barbatos is said to be able to speak to and understand animals. With their assistance, he can locate lost or hidden treasures. Barbatos is a skilled hunter and tracker whose attention to nature and the animal kingdom gives him the ability to track and find whatever he seeks. Focus on closeness to the natural world and understanding of plants and animals. All right, guys. So, as the Empress, the crone, the maiden, and the mother, this is for the whole entire collective, divine masculine and divine feminine alike. This is about grounding yourselves in nature and learning to speak to nature. Unsolving the mysteries. Solving the mysteries, guys, of the world and of nature itself. A lot of these downloads that you guys are getting are about the mysteries of the earth and the cosmos. It's extremely important right now to let those things integrate within you. This is a part of your divine spiritual process. This is what the energies from all around are trying to say you, from the dark shadows and from the light aspects of things coming together to help bring you guys neutrality through this energy. The message from Vual, Michael, Orobus, and Barbatos, all of these messages from these darker natured creatures that will help you face your shadows, guys, whether you like it or not. They're here. They're here to help you release this greed within the self. They're here to help you release what no longer serves you anymore. They're helping you to release these energies in order to draw down your power, come into balance with yourself, and come into a balance and forgiveness with the past, things that you need to release, to heal your relationships. All of this is about transformation. All of this is about coming into that singular Nine of Pentacles energy so that you can come into the dual energy of celebrating it with union and others, celebrating union with yourself and other people, even if you have to do it from a singularly sense. You know, this is about grounding yourself in nature. This isn't about anybody else. This is about you in particular, the one who is watching this reading, the one who this may be triggering, and the one who this may be resonating and triggering all together at the same time. This is for you, the person who's healing, the person who's integrating, the person who's transforming, the person who needs divine protection, the person who needs to be able to see and understand all that is in this world and the next and in others. This is about coming through that multidimensional sense, giving yourself some justice in the world, relieving yourself of the anxiety, taking that leap of faith toward the unknown and allowing the things that scare you the most to actually come into your life, because those are the things that are meant for you. Those are the new beginnings that you seek. If you're afraid of love, but yet you seek attention, how would you attract the right kind of attention if you're not seeking this attraction from that opposite polarity? How would you be inviting this positive polarity into your life if you're not releasing the negative? A lot of you guys want these happy life, happy wife, happy union, new beginning, you know, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups celebrations, but Spirit's asking you guys, what are you willing to face and sacrifice within the process? What is coming to the surface for you guys to deal with right now? What is coming for you? What is coming out in this energy for you guys to put to rest once and for all? What is it that you personally need to release in this energy in order to bring in your Ace of Pentacles and your Ace of Cups? So I leave you guys with this question. You've gotten the messages from the angels. You've gotten messages from Goddess, God and Goddess. You've gotten the message from the angels and from our friends in the fiery pits, guys, reminding you how to stay in the light right now and how not to let these energies take you down back into the vortex of the dark shit that you just walked out of. So even the lower, even what you consider devil energies are here giving you that information along with the fallen. Oh, well, you have the fallen and the angels as well, giving you information from both sides. Okay, the duality of nature working at its best here to serve you for the highest good. So, what is it that you're willing to release? What is it that you're going to be willing to sacrifice? Are you going to be willing to sacrifice your own selfish wants for your needs right now? Are you guys going to be able to open up your hearts and forgive those people that hurt you in the past in order to come into this new risk and reward energy? What are you willing to risk right now in order to reap the benefits of your rewards? Because sure shit isn't in an energy of not walking through the portals and the initiation rites to be authentic. It's releasing those energies and stepping through those portals to be authentic with yourselves, to truly tap into your truest heart's desires and manifest those things that you really want to come into union with. The things that you're most afraid of are the things that you need to take the risk towards. So, with that being said, happy full moon energy, guys. Draw down the moon tonight. Give yourself extra love, extra light, and extra nourishment during this energy. It's all about the sweetness and synergy, guys. The more sweetness that you can give to yourself, the more synergy that you'll start to see manifest into your life. The more that you kick that fear in the ass and you start having faith like the fool, to have trust in the unknown, to take those risks, you're going to start to reap rewards that you never, ever, ever expected coming. The gifts from the universe, the gifts from the universe, and what they have to offer you right now, the stakes are pretty high, guys. The stakes are pretty high. So I would take the lesson of Michael right now, draw down the moon, release what needs to be released. If you need to write a petition, light a candle, burn it, set it free in this full moon energy. If you want to take a red candle, a pillar candle, carve your names, carve some protection runes, summon your ancestors, cut some cords right now if you have to. When you're done with that, then light some abundance candles, summon Haniel, Archangel Ariel to come in and help you um, become playful like the child, to manifest with beautiful brightness, love, sweetness, and synergy. Your Ace of Pentacles, Archangels Haniel and Archangel Ariel. Summon them to come in and help you bring in your abundance. Draw down the moon, draw down the goddess to help bring in wisdom through sight and action. Release those skeletons in your closet. Allow yourself to be vulnerable. Take the risks and reap your rewards, guys. This has been a message from Tribal Awakening Ministries. I want to send love and light to all of you guys. If you want to book a personal reading with me, message me or email me at pearlofthesea13@gmail.com. You can find me on facebook.com under Tribal Awakening. You can find me on Instagram, brandinimojo13. A list of my services is down below in the description box. If you guys haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, like, share my videos. It helps add their algorithms. If you will hit the notification bell once you subscribe, you will get notified every time I do a reading for you guys. And yeah, so in finality, I'm going to go ahead and pull a message from the goddess Isis. We're going to pull from my little pocket edition Isis oracles. Aren't they cute? Aren't they cute? Yes, I have the Isis oracles pocket edition, guys. I absolutely love this deck. So we're going to get a positive message from the goddess here so that we can close out this reading. And then I don't have to repeat myself with all the credentials and all that. And how you get a hold of me if you guys want to book personal readings. Personal readings. Shush your mouth, child. Shush your mouth. Anyway. All right, spirit guides, angels, source, masters, way showers. Give us a final message to end this reading, please. Give us a final message on a positive note. I guess they decided they didn't want to pull from the universe has your back. Of course, you guys should know that the universe has your back anyways. How many times do they got to come through all of us readers and psychics and intuitives to tell you guys how much they love you and protect you and want to help you? Apparently, they'll say it 1,000 more times and a million, a billion, billion, trillion more infinite times ever. All right. All right. So stay true to yourself and be in your power. Look at that beautiful, beautiful card. Ooh, Isis. Look at how beautiful and awesome and powerful you are. Okay, so stay true to your power. You are a sovereign divine being with spiritual authority and freedom within. You do not need permission from anyone to be who you are and live your life as you so choose. This is your divine birthright. Guard it as the precious treasure that it is. Remember that you are a divine being. Be free to be you. This is what that divine protection is all about, guys. This was the card that started the reading. This is what that divine protection is all about. Protecting you, staying true to you, establishing boundaries, stepping into your power, owning your sovereignty, being authentic. You are sovereign divine being with spiritual authority. You have a freedom from within. You do not need permission for anyone to be who you are. Live your life as you choose. This is your divine birthright. Guard it as the precious treasure that it is. Guard it with all your heart. Guard it with all your might. Guard it with all your soul. I love you guys.